Thank you very much, everyone, for attending today. I hope that you're doing well. I do apologize for the way that the screen is kind of slanted. I'm not sure why. We'll get that fixed. So let us take a moment to concentrate ourselves to just take in our environment. Today is March 6th already. Weather has changed quite a bit, actually, here in New York. It's been fluctuating between the 70s and 20s. Big fluctuation for the body to adapt. State of the mind, breathing, body. And without judgment, just simply observing. We have to learn how to do that. That's what we're training ourselves for. Okay, let us go ahead and stretch a little. Right, head. Angle. This angle. We're going to go in a circle to the left, starting at the left. Lift up our shoulders. Drop again. Drop. Okay. Pull them back. All right. Let us begin our meditation. Again, we do 3 purifying breaths as we start. As Master Tiantai directed us by breathing in, holding, and exhaling pranayama. Very important. The 3 distinct parts. Breathing in, and if you have a problem breathing in, just do small breaths. For the count of 3, hold. For the count of 5, and then exhale through your mouth. For the count of 7, imagining all of the negative karma, all of the dust, etc., coming out. That is what is instructed in the manual. So let's begin. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Round 3. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Very good. Now we're going to begin and put ourselves in our meditation posture. Please sit. Back straight. Ears over shoulders. You can move your head. Tuck in your chin. This allows the pranayama to actually move. That is also why we close our teeth. Put our tongue behind the upper roof of our mouth. Placing our hands together in Hokai join. Gently close our eyes. As we closed our mouth, now we're going to breathe in and exhale throughout our nose. We begin with exhaling. And it says you go about 11 fingers, 12 fingers away. So about here, as if you're blowing a leaf. And we use the Daimoku Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Then as we breathe back, we simply observe the breath coming into the nose, etc. And this is stopping and seeing. So with that, the sound of the meditation bell, let us begin our meditation. Prepare your stance. Allow your mind to melt into a concentration dhyana. Release our attention, bringing our attention back to our body. With that, let us take a moment to observe our mind, our breath, our body, without judgment, through mindfulness. Let us breathe in again through our nose, hold, and exhale the purifying breath. Begin just one round. Hold, exhale. Now, let us begin to move our toes, our fingers, our body. Thank you very much for joining us today. Let us continue with our observances of the 5 hindrances. As we talked about last time, the adjective we spoke first, worldly desire, aversion, laziness, and lethargy. Agitation due to remorse and worry. And the 5th one today is doubt. It's an interesting one. Doubt. A biased, unconscious mental process focused on the negative possible outcomes. This is how most people live their life. They sit in a kind of realm of doubt, especially as people get older and more experiences, possibly more negative experiences build up. People generate the idea of doubt that there is any possible outcome of positivity. This kind of uncertainty that makes us hesitate and keeps us from making the effort needed to validate something through our own experience. So doubt saps our will and undermines our intentions. This is one of the concepts of faith, which is very interesting because through faith, this acceptance, and again, through Buddhism, the idea is not an acceptance of just clear doctrine or dogma, but the actual practical experience through one's understanding, one's own insight that we can understand through our body, through our mind, through our breath, right? All of those aspects. We can be able to purify this hindrance that we have by sustained attention. The sustained attention we call Dhyana, this type of concentration, which we can talk more about. This is achieved through consistent effort. Success leads to trust and doubt disappears. As I spoke before about all 5 of these, as we continue our practice, right? That is why we use mindfulness in our practice, is because what we're doing is changing our story. So where most people's story is doubt, and of course, as we were saying, the idea that every life is suffering, and that there is no end to suffering, because in reality, that is what most people believe. I believe children are more optimistic, depends on their personal experience. Especially as you become an adult, around your late 30s and 40s, you come to realize that there are certain things in life, and after a certain number of experiences, you may conclude that life itself is nothing but suffering, and then you die, so to speak. But through dhyana, through sustained attention, we can be able to allow our mind, right, to concentrate. And especially as we talk about later, what we concentrate on is essential. That is why we use in our practice Namu-myoho Renge Kyo. As Nichiren Shonin stated, this is the correct object of veneration. That is why we have Namu-myoho Renge Kyo written on the Gohonzon. The Gohonzon is the correct object of veneration as produced in a material. But in actuality, we bring the Gohonzon, or that concept, into our bodies through meditation, through dhyana, through chanting the sutras, through chanting the Odaimoku. These are all interlinked. A lot of times people separate them. However, there's an underlying principle that all of them allow us to grow and manifest. So again, just sitting and practicing, even though it's hard, reciting the sutra properly, chanting the sutra, chanting the daimoku properly. This is essential in understanding what this kind of focus of concentration is. And then therefore, this remedies all of these aspects, all of these hindrances. And then we are able to move on. So next time, we'll go a little deeper into these hindrances, each one specifically. I've talked about them in general, but it's important that we go through them again. So please try to consider and keep this during today. So when you find yourself being in doubt, see that the remedy for doubt is this sustained concentration, this mindfulness. And make sure that you keep a regular and sustained practice, okay? So thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful, enlightened, and peaceful day. See you on Friday.